choose up in the Perry. Re-up work real quick on each ferry. The block was my girl indeed to get married. So scary. One man dude to grind alone. South Park getting dark in front of car bones. No cell phone. Backseat sweet to getting mad. Sweet well, smoking the air with no give back. Mad working Avery Park in my backpack. Po driving through, now that's a fearsome. Pager go off, get off to have a threesome. The booty like a fruit basket to bust a cherry. New fight, 6 to choose up in the Perry. Re-up work real quick on each ferry.
No doubt. Live and direct. No doubt.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, live on the podcast side, doing what I do best. You know, appreciate everybody tuned in and showing all types of love. We gonna make it do what it do, man. Let's go ahead and just
Hey, yo, bro, we been on the road way
make
too
it do
long
what
for
it
this
do.
one. Yeah, man, that's a fact.
Dale
We was gonna
Hayes,
do- we was gonna come with the
Rose,
alternative, but
Gold,
it's time to put the
Red.
home jerseys on for this one. Yeah, man, I
Yeah,
like
we
that
got to go ahead and rock this. Uh-huh.
Back to back, yo, I got you, bro. Pick me up while I'm tired, grinding hard, still gotta chase this goal.
This is what we do live here on the podcast side. Yeah, I can play this because I got permission. So Facebook can't mute this.
We rise together, we fall together.
Yeah, buddy. What about knowing the business?
We the underdogs and it's time to win. Lacing up, we walking out, defend our side. Now let's get it in.
Come on.
Too many years and many tears. Grinding out not many years. No belief, losing many peers. Many fears that we overcome. Looking back at the things I done.
Right.
Standing here made me think I won. Scramble back, now I'm on the run. Gamble plays, but I take a shot. Down one and it's all I
Using the
got.
tools on the internet, Park Florida. Yeah, we gonna get that rocking.
Ain't gonna make it.
We about to drop some jewels on y'all today.
When the lights get low. Back to back, yo, I got you, bro. Pick me up while I'm tired, grinding hard, still.
When the lights get low.
Long shot, but we got it. Fear nothing and no man, so let them know we got it. Get low. To the very end, I'ma give it all. We rise together, we fall together. We abandoned brothers, so we came to fall.
That's
We the
right.
underdogs and it's time to win. Lacing up, we walking out, defend our side. Now let's get it.
Light low, but I shine bright like the forehead on a body. I don't wear jewels on my thumb, but I'ma need 4 rings like an Audi. They built in, I bag back and drop bombs like the army. I touch down, she call me, no old lines, just all D. They know we came to win, we on fire and they can tell.
It's your boy the Joker, pop-up show with the Joker. The morning show on 514onlinemix.com. We here every morning on the podcast site at 8 o'clock. Monday through Friday. Yeah.
Play, watch how we pop them and score up a fumble. Every team wanna get me over.
That Rose Gold Rail be he be snapping with that.
You would think I was signed twice, and at the end of the game, when them lights get low, they whole team in the locker room checking my highlights.
Back to back, yo, I got you, bro. Pick me up while I'm tired.
Go ahead to the YouTube right now on IBP Media Group.
Long
Put your
shot,
comments in when you get there. That's the only way I can see your comments. I can't see them on Facebook,
To the very end, I'ma give it all. We rise together, we fall together. We
so we can show some love, some shout outs.
We the underdogs and it's time to win. Lacing up, we walking out, defend our side. Now let's get it in.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's your boy the Joker, the Overlook MC on 514onlinemix.com. We here. Let's make it happen.
This show will begin now.
Live and direct, man. I appreciate everybody tuned in. Appreciate everybody just tuning in, period, on all my affiliates, you know, with the 514 Online Mix, IBP Media Group, the Evening Rush Network, Think and Grow with Vet Green, Think and Grow with Vet Green, the 716 live edition on Wednesdays. Like, you know, everything is just coming together and everybody's just working together, and we building a foundation to a whole nother level worldwide, man, worldwide. I get a report. I get a report all the time on a lot of things from a lot of people in the inbox. I appreciate everybody showing a lot of love in the inbox, man, and really let me know that y'all really appreciate what I got going on from the radio side and the podcast side. In the description right now, if you on Facebook or you on Twitter, in the description, you can follow me on Instagram and you can inbox the pop-up show with the Joker. Give you the information how you can get played for free. We're doing this the whole month of November. We're gonna see how it go, and we might do it to the end of the year where you can get played. I'm gonna give you some instructions in the inbox when you hit me up what I need. And the reason why I'm asking for these things because the tools that I'm talking about today is where you can get free money. If you're an artist and you got music on the platforms, you can get free money. I want to help people get that bag. I want to help people do what it do. You know what I mean? And I want to definitely help them definitely go to the next level because um, learning this business every day and I'm growing all the time and learning. I'm always a student, so it's like, you guys gotta understand, like, when you got your paperwork right in your music, there's ways you can get free money. I don't understand why nobody don't want this free money. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I got my queen in the building,
Good
Vet Green
morning.
Queen.
Good morning, bro. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, hanging in there. I see you shining today. You bling bling, and I can see, you know, I can see the God in you. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
I'm in between hairdos, so the hat it is.
Yeah, hey, the hat's working though.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
the
bro.
hat,
I
yeah, the swag is
appreciate
on. Good plan. You know what I'm saying? They can hate if they want to. You
Okay.
know, they can hate if they want to. What I tell you, you know what I mean? Yeah, because hey, we got to do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I need to get trimmed up myself. You know what I'm saying? But I've been
We
trying
in
to,
between, bro. We
yeah.
in between.
I be trying to find ways that I can go ahead and groom myself. It's so busy and people hit me up and then I want to check out this, I want to do this, and time just fly, and before you know it, it's time to go to bed. I'm like, hold on, and I stay up an extra hour trying to get something done. I'm like, man, I got to get my behind in bed. What I'm doing? I
Right,
ain't got to get
right.
up in the morning and work.
It ain't like you can throw on a wig like I can. I throw on a wig.
You're
Keep
right,
it
right.
going.
I got to at least brush it
Right,
with the
right.
little bit I got.
You get caught up in the grind, right? It's so easy to get caught up in the grind.
Especially that's one thing I like about the grind. It's good that you said that because a lot of people they get lazy on doing this, but you understand once you get started, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be a habit. You're gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna be a habit. You're gonna enjoy it. It's like time gonna fly. You're gonna be like, what time went. Then you're gonna think about when you're in bed, like I got a lot of stuff done today.
Right. Doesn't it feel good?
Yeah.
It
You get
feels
a lot of stuff
good.
done. I'm like, "Okay." Well, I'm like, but, we gonna talk about that, though. Got my boy Bro Mike in the
Yeah,
building
yeah, yeah.
out
What's
there in the
good?
streets of New
Good
York. What's
morning,
going
y'all.
on? Bro Mike
Good
be
morning,
bugging.
bro. How are you?
Oh man, though, I had some bugged out stuff. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
listening to my music, and this cat was like, older cat was like, "Yo, what you talking about?" I said, "Yo, homie, what? I'm listening to my sounds. My hands is registered. I don't want to do no kung fu lightning shit. You know what I mean? It's no
Not the
craziness,
kung
man.
fu.
Hey, yo, you know what I mean? It's so something going on with Bro Mike. But check this out. This is my man Chris from the Boogie Down Bronx and
Okay.
everything like that.
What's the vibe? What's
No
going
doubt.
on there?
What's going on,
And he's
family?
doing his thing, doing his
Good
music.
morning, Chris.
Chris
Yes,
in the
Listen,
building.
y'all can follow me on certified_Tanner. I'm about
Okay.
to drop a project called Nightmare in the Bronx.
Oh, you
Okay.
in
By
the
the way,
right
this is
place
the
then.
Joker, and this
Yeah.
is Miss Vic Green.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
Finish.
doubt.
Continue.
Salute.
Dropping a project. I was trying to drop it Halloween, but the distribution company that I'm working with, they pushed it back. So I'm just waiting for them to give me all the intel and everything. But then once I drop it, everything gonna be good. Everything gonna be good motion. It's good
Okay.
music. It's good content. It's not
Drop
just
your
drill
handle
music.
again. What's
Listen, I don't got nothing against drill music, but
Yeah.
I feel like if you're gonna lead the people, you gotta lead them the right way.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And the drill music is not leading them in a direction for them to be successful. It's leading them in a direction where they're gonna be in jail or in the grave. You
I'm
understand? And
interested.
that's just my personal opinion. I
Where
don't
can
got
we
nothing
find
against
you
it.
again?
Get it how you get it.
Where
Excuse
can
me?
we find you again?
You can find me on Instagram at certified_Tanner.
Tanner, Tanner.
What was that?
Is it Tanner, Tanner?
No, it's It's Tana. Tana.
TANA.
Okay.
And that's my main line. Like that's my main spot where you could direct me and get next to me, DM me. My email's on there if you want me to meet up, talk. We could talk on podcasts. I do freestyles, everything.
Okay.
It's time to
Okay.
get to town.
No doubt. No doubt. We definitely gonna check you out, big dog. I'm definitely gonna check it out and see what's going on with you, big dog. I'm gonna check you out. Because I play music on the radio. I'm on the radio right now on 514onlinemix.com. So I can put you right in rotation.
So just keep your ear to the streets. You see me real soon.
No doubt. Okay, fam.
No doubt. You know what I mean? And this is what how Bro Mike get down. You know what I mean? I'm a certified street sweeper. You know, single.
Yeah.
Sells street sweeper in the whole day of grinding and everything like that.
You
and
outside.
I'm planning on helping more cats. You know what I mean? Throughout the community.
Tell him to add his YouTube. Look at his page. You gotta go searching for the music.
Search for the music. Yeah.
No doubt. All these wicked trains coming around and everything like that. You know what I mean? But yo, yeah. So that's what it is, man. You know, little bugged outness on the train and shit like that. But you know,
you know what I'm saying? You hang in there. Yeah, I see you got the white mask on today. Where the black one at?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I do the switch up and flip up type of joint and shit like that with the mask.
Yeah, I see you swagging with it. You know.
No doubt.
Wearing that mask is like an outfit now. It's like you missing the hat now. We got to wear the mask. That mask is an outfit.
I can't be trusting people when they call or go hachu. Word up.
That's a fact. Yeah, yes, brother. Yeah, I see you out there, bro. Might be bugging out there, man. Here in the streets, man, reaching out to people, man, and giving opportunities to get recognized, man. That's love right there. I like that right there.
Oh yeah. Awesome. They dig my vibe and everything like that though. And
I love it. You guys are so great.
So I'm like flipping and bugging and flipping and bouncing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And doing alligator souffle shit though. You know what I mean? So yo, it's all good and everything.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yo, man, you do out there outside, man. I see the sunshine in the day. It's not gloomy like it was the other day.
Well, you know, like I was saying, man, it's going to be 70 in the 70s all this month.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? And you know, when you see the sun shining like this, that's kind of weird and everything like that, though. But you know, I'm gonna take advantage of that to try to get on my fasting and shit like that and the whole deal, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. I see it looking nice out there, man. I see the sunshine, everything good. Because the other day it was looking kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, we can't wear no shorts, but we can just enjoy the sunshine and shit like that and the whole deal, you heard?
Yeah, no doubt, man. We appreciate you, Bro Mike. Bro Mike be bugging on 514onlinemix.com. Man, we appreciate you, pimping.
Yeah. Well, Facebook better get it right.
I see what happened. It's gonna get right, man. You know how it be. You know they be hating.
Yeah. No doubt. I was trying to show some love, some cats in LA.
Okay.
They took it as a negative, a derogatory thing and stuff like that. You know, with affiliations and everything. Listen, I'm here to show love to everybody, man. I don't know exempt. You know what I mean?
Right. Don't mean no harm.
You know what I mean? Or city worker. I show love to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, man. But it's okay. It's gonna be all right. You hanging in there and you making it do what it do. And we appreciate you every morning, big dog.
Cooking and banging and shit like that, though. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. You know, Bro Mike, the podcast is bugging out with Bro Mike.
Yeah, yes, sir. You know, every morning, no doubt. We appreciate it, big dog. You have a blessed day on purpose.
Yeah, you too. All right, y'all. Peace and love. 100 grand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was an opportunity that he may have missed. Man, the one on his reel, the music sound all right, but man, now I gotta go searching for you. No, I don't want to do that.
That's it. When you on the streets like that, it's so much in New York City, especially New York City and Atlanta, LA, place like that, man. You will see so much talent. In certain areas, and people just, you know, that's why it's good that Bro Mike be on the streets and make it do what it do and bring it to this platform because, you know what I mean? It's a lot of people that's tuned in. We got a crazy following and a crazy a family affair on this podcast media network format. So, that's what's up, man. That's all I love. Prince Killer in the building. Good morning, my family.
Good morning, Prince
Nephew in the
Killer.
building. Yes, no doubt. I c I could say nephew, or I could say little bro, you know what I'm saying? Or 'cause your pops and me, and he like a unc, you know what I mean? You know Unc Debonair in the building, you know what I mean? 'Cause,
That's family.
he's my elder, so, he always, drop jewels and all that. So, and of course, your platform, Think and Grow with Beck Green.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow Friday, she gonna be on
Ooh, we got
live and
Chevy
direct.
on tomorrow. We got Chevy Gang Kaz and Jack Kafer on tomorrow. Looking
Yeah.
forward to that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one, man. I'm be on that one, man. I'm loving that sports show too. I was checking that out yesterday.
Tap
Oh
in.
yeah,
I like your logo.
yeah,
I said, look at this new logo he got. Is that a
yeah.
picture of you or is that's fire?
What's when the from the sports show?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. If you look at your comments, it's like a picture of you. I don't Is that your logo or is it like
Oh, that
YouTube
was an
won't let you?
old picture of me when I had the 9 ETV down south. Yeah, the picture that one of my photographers took that picture, me holding the world. Yeah,
Oh, that's sweet. That's
yeah, yeah.
sweet. I
That's
like
a
that. It
throwback.
stands out.
Yeah, that's definitely a throwback. That's the only copy I got. That's on there. I'm gonna
Oh
have to
wow.
snatch that because I can't find that thing nowhere else. There's been so many other computers, but on one of my old designers that was doing my work for me, photographer. His name was Mike. What I'm saying, amazing photographer, man. He do some amazing work. He's originally from Florida. He was in South Carolina. He would just open up a business in the mall, and he had a little studio. Young brother, and me and him used to chop up all the time. He did some photos of my son, me. Like he's awesome. He's had that art
Mm,
form. The science behind the art form behind that camera. That's
mm,
different if you're just taking pictures and being a photographer. That's two different things. And he
man.
really was in his art. He really knew what way to have me and this that.
Capture the
Every time we
moment.
did a shoot, he knew exactly to put your head up, put your head down, move back, hold on, twist your shoulder this way, move your head this way. Like he was really in his art. And I miss that brother, man. I always want to reach out to him. I know he was going through some things, but yeah, he's a beast with it. He did that picture for me. And
Jay Heat's like that over at 716 Live. He's so good at capturing the moments. You'll be just like we'll be doing this and he'll be
yeah,
capturing the moments. And it's like after you see the finished product, it's like, dang, I didn't even know that was going on. But he's
yeah.
so good at doing that.
Yeah,
I I,
that's an
I
art
love
form
being
right
up
there,
there.
man. Jay always
Yeah.
been doing this thing. I know I talk about him a lot. He talk about me a lot. I ain't get to meet him yet, but I can't wait to meet him. I think I probably did meet him though when the Kulu was on 716 Live when I was managing him. I don't know if he was there or not because there was a lot of people in the office at that time. But I probably did
Real
meet him. But
cool cat.
I know I see his work and I'm always showing love and supporting what they got going on. And I like to have that same commercial for my show. So I
Right. And
know
he
that.
did that.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
need
he's
that.
so artistic. Big shout out to Jay over at 716 Live. Like
Yeah,
he's just a ball of artistic creativity. When
yeah,
God gave it to him, God gave it to him.
yeah.
God gave it to him, man.
That's a fact. I
Yeah.
definitely want to get that commercial, and I can throw it up on my platform right here and make it do what it do. But that sports show yesterday was awesome. I love it. I'm gonna be on the sports show next week.
Oh, that's
The
what's up. Shout out to the Evening Rush.
Evening Rush, and because they had a conversation, Coach Matt, man, he had something that was very interesting. What he said, you know, being the greatest and being the best is two different things, and I never looked at it that way. And that to me was like that'd be a good show, the best versus you know the
The
greatest.
greatest.
And he broke it down, and I understand that because you know um when it comes to like sports and athletic, even in hip hop, um, it's a science behind what you do and how you write. It's a science behind how you do production. It's a science. Some people just know the science. Some people is great at it, but some people is the best at it because the science behind it. And that's why I think when I say the best. The best is also with numbers, but I also think best is also how you do it different. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that's a good conversation to have on a sports show because I think people need to understand that, especially if you've been an athlete. You know what I mean? And me being an athlete, I used to always look at people not looking at their stats. I always look at the way they do things and how they dribble the ball, or how they shoot, or how they catch that football, or how they maneuver the defense, and how they. And I look at those things and they do it consistently all the time. Okay, yeah, he practiced that. He got the science behind that. He's been doing that for a minute. So it's like, these are things that I look at. I think that'd be a good show. I think a lot of people need to tune in to that. I think
Yeah, that
that's one of
is.
the best sports shows I've looked at in a while. I look at a lot of sports show podcasts, and I think that's one of my top ones right now because they
It,
really is being in depth into the sport. You know what I mean? Instead of just talking with ESPN talking or talking with other big platforms talking, they talking their truth on there when it comes to athletic, and that's different. And I
yeah.
love that. Yeah, no doubt.
Big shout out to the Evening Rush Network. Don really like sitting down and talking with Don. I can see the vision that he has for the network. Like I look at it, and you do also as an
Yeah,
actual network, just like
yeah,
514 Online. Like this
yeah,
is a radio show slash network. Like you look at it as an actual network, and he has a lot of great shows
yeah. He do.
over there on that network. Is he has the art of the finish. He has, of course, Think and Grow with Vet Green,
Yeah,
And man, one of my favorites also that I watch on Fridays, we talked about this, is Sex, Love, and Alcohol. Even Rush Wednesdays that
yeah,
airs on Wednesdays, that's a good one. The one that you were just talking about is Live by the Three Sports
yeah,
podcast. So,
yeah, yeah. Hey,
yeah.
that's amazing. That's an amazing sports show. And don't forget about the Even the Rush Network radio.
Oh yeah.
They have a radio on air. When you get the app, make sure you get the app first, and you can go online. I'm on there. They play the back shows of the morning show, and it's on crazy platforms: iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music,
Roku.
Amazon Music. It's all across the board, and that's really an outlet overseas that people is actually tuning in. Same thing with 514 Online Mix. We got last time I checked, we had 3 new countries tuned in. And we supposed to
Big
had
shout
another
out.
meeting, but we got caught up. But we're gonna have another meeting on 514 and get the stats of what's going on. I'll let you guys know what other countries is tuned in. But it's amazing how people is tuned in and understand and understand what's going on when it comes to this culture, this pop culture and this hip hop culture. So it's like it's really amazing, man. It
Makes you
just
feel
feels good.
appreciated, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Because we
yeah.
don't always get the appreciation from home.
Yeah.
So I was talking to DJ Bandana Black last night. We
How
had a
about that? Yeah,
conversation on 716 Live,
yeah.
and he said something that I never really thought about. He said sometimes the people in your city don't find value in you because you're always in their face.
That's right.
I didn't think about it like that.
I talk about it all the time. I talk about this. That's why Caleb Bishop moved different. Those who follow Caleb Bishop, watch how she moved. Okay, she learned it from me. And first thing I told her when she first hired me to be her marketing manager, first thing I told her is, um, don't be in the streets. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Move like you already famous.
Oh yes. My
You know what I
super
mean?
mentor Lisa Nichols said that.
Yeah, move like you already famous. You don't have to go to every event. You can support it long distance by sharing, because you got the work to do. You got to focus on your brand. You got to focus what you got going on. You know what I mean? And then you also have to find ways to where you can maneuver the people in your city. So if they don't see you all the time, they will appreciate you more as an artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even when I was in Buffalo, people didn't see me like that unless you knew that you was in my neighborhood where I was at. Unless you went to the Fade Factory Barbershop, because that was my barber, and I was there. I go there twice a week, get trimmed up and all that. So, and that was my little sanctuary, to go and release some stress and get some counsel. And so, if you ain't go to that barbershop, then you didn't see the Joker.
Do you another thing we mentioned last night, and this kind of ties into the tools. Do you feel that some people just are doing it for a hobby and they aren't taking it serious. So that's why they don't feel as though they need these tools. Like it is beyond the talent. Like you really have to get out there because it's in my opinion that there's a lot more independent artists. Like I listen to more independent artists than I do on mainstream. I can't even tell you what's playing mainstream right now because I realize there's so much talent. But do you think that like the guy that just hopped on, do you think that's a hobby or he's taking it serious or maybe he just doesn't know that you
I
need
mean,
to like get your stuff out
it's
there?
possible that a lot of them don't know. But if you're not trying to use these tools and trying to reach out to these tools, you're doing it as a hobby. Point blank.
Period.
You would not, if you thinking Lil Wayne and Drake and J. Cole's and you thinking that you can go there, then you need these tools. You can't go nowhere without these tools. You can't go anywhere without any marketing. You can promote all day. Promote is short term, and promote is also short term money. So if you're making short term money every month, then you got to go back to the table if you want more money. You know what I mean? That means you got to use these marketing tools. You got to use these tools on the internet to the fullest, to its highest potential. You got to search for it. You got to want it. But 80% of the artists that's independent is doing it as a hobby. That's a high number.
Would
80%.
you tell an artist that they need to go back to the drawing board?
All the time.
Have you? That's what DJ
All the
Bandana Black said.
yeah, me and him the same. That's why he loved me so much when me and him first met. When I designed that shirt for him, he was like, "Man, I like when because that's when I first started doing the pop up show, and I was just getting started." And he was like, "Man, what you got going on? You finna blossom." He gave me all types of encouragement. Um, we took the picture, we chopped it up for a minute, and he was really loving. And I was really loving what he got going on because at that time he was still working for WBOK, and I'm like, "Yeah, you out here." You out here breaking rules, brother. Like you out here, yeah, head first. You know what I mean? Yeah, you a ram in the game. You definitely, clashing on some things, and I appreciate that because a lot of people have a lot of fear of doing things. He has no fear on putting the city on. He don't have no fear on supporting and helping somebody go to the next level. But it's up to that artist to keep it going. Use that knowledge and use the
emphasis
things
on
that he was
that.
doing and keep growing. Some people just comfortable. When you're comfortable with what you're doing, you're doing it as a hobby. Yeah. When you want to stay
That's a
comfortable all
whole
the time,
word, bro.
yeah, that's definitely being a hobby. You doing
Because
it as
it
a
is
hobby.
scary to get out of that comfortability.
Yeah.
I wonder why some artists have not left Buffalo, and it's probably that. Like I talked about, we have this facade that we want to be fabulous, but is it ghetto fabulous, or you really want to hone in on your craft and get good at it? Like the Jay-Z became like they talked about last night on the sports podcast on the Evening Rush. Jay-Z may not be the best lyricist, but he's definitely going to go down as one of the greatest
Greatest of all
lyricists.
times, of course.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course. Yeah.
Like I listen to some people here in Buffalo, like Cap
Mhm.
716.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. From front
Yeah.
to
He
Shay
learned a
Norm.
lot. He learned a lot in the marketing game with me, and he took those tools, ran with it. But sometimes you got to continue and grab on, especially artists like him. I like to encourage them to keep going, keep sacrificing and going to that next level or whatever it may be. If it's sacrificing money, sacrificing time, you know what I mean. And if you want to really reach people, you know what I mean, you're gonna have to sacrifice something. This is part of the game. A lot of the young boys that's rhyming, doing anything in Buffalo. I'm talking about my city now. You know what I mean? Because this is where I'm from, and doors is open. We're out of the spotlight. I just talked to the lovely, legendary Mohifa, bless her heart. And she said the same thing, being from Harlem. And she said, I ain't been in the music for a while. I'm still in it, writing, and I'm still managing. She's managed a couple groups and stuff like that. But but Buffalo on the other end, on the other side looking in, she said, upstate New York is taking over right now. You know what I mean? And she said the same thing. Why is people not taking advantage. The people that's taking advantage, the people that she shout out. She shout out to Shay Noor. She shout out, Benny the Butcher
Danger the
Conway, of
boss,
course.
that
Yeah, yeah,
thousand mile.
yeah. She shout out a lot of people that she even shout out people that I didn't think that she even knew. Like, what I'm saying? Like, she even was recognized on there's people that's out here on that grind, and she even showing me a lot of love. Like, she was like, yo, but you just different. You just on it. And I'm trying to get her on the show. I'm working on it. But if people know who's Moif is, I need to Google her. She in the 90s. She's strong R&B singer. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
even Prince Killer and the Bam fam, like I much respect to them because they're out here. DJ Larry Loud, like
yeah,
we trying
yeah,
to, hook up an interview and he's on his way to Ohio. It's like, man, like much
yeah.
respect. Much
They doing
respect
their
to those
thing.
guys.
And then I bring those people up. I bring the people up on my podcast actually on their grind. Like,
Yes.
you know what I mean? I get a lot of my DM. I get a lot of people giving me tracks. I get a lot of people asking questions, but you're not putting in that work. Like, yo, man, yo, shit. I get a lot of them. I just got a lot of them on DM. Like, yo, give me a shout out on your radio show. This and that. I mean, what is you doing? I don't know you.
What are
What
you
you got
doing?
going
That's the
on?
thing.
You know
Let's
what I
go.
mean? Okay, you dropping stuff in my DM. I don't look like that. I look on the outside. I don't click on everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you really want to show me something, Buffalo, period, tag me in it.
Mm.
That's how if I see you working, see you doing things, follow the show. Follow the podcast, follow the movement, follow the family, follow IBP,
That's
follow
right.
Think with Pat Green, follow the Evening Rush Network, follow my affiliates. We can see you working. So you can,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We got to see these things. We gotta, you know what I mean? Keep us afloat. Keep us, with the Arsenio Hall. Let's, keep us in that, keep us work, keep us, you gotta keep us on our toes too. You know
That's
what I
real
mean? And what you
talk.
got going on. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna click on everything that I see in my inbox. It's just not. I'm just not. That's not me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless I request. You know what I mean? If I see somebody doing, and they've been grinding for a while. I might hit the inbox. Yo, send me a video link to your YouTube. Send me if I request it. Follow those directions because you don't know what I got going on. You don't know who I'm connected with. I'm connected to a lot of people in the industry. You know what I mean? I'm cool with a lot of folk. I'm talking about cool to the point that they owe me a favor and I can use it anytime. You might be the one I might use for that favor to put you to the next level, and then I'm good because I did my job. And that's why God keep blessing me. That's why y'all see me every morning like this, smiling.
I know that's right. Not gonna take this smile of gratefulness from me. Grateful, thankful, and blessed. What?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a powerful combination. And I love
Awesome.
myself. What?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You know, so these tools is, I tell people all the time. I see a lot of people that that hate on me. A lot of people think I just be talking, but I show the work. You know what I mean? I show
You
what's
gotta show the
going on.
work.
I don't just talk about it. I be about it off the muscle. Period. You know what I mean? I haven't worked a job in a year, and I do this full time, and it's working. You know what I mean? Taking care of the household. Everything is good. You know, wife can still say, yo, you got this on this and it's paid. That I do this. This is what I do now. So the work is speaking for itself and the work ethic and the things I'm doing on the marketing side works. You know what I mean? And it's working. Y'all see it. But then y'all still bitter or y'all still got that hate in your heart, whatever it may be. Fine. Cool. I'm cool with that. But see, you're gonna be at that same spot you're talking next year. And I'm
Mm.
gonna be on a whole different level. You know what I mean?
I
And
don't want to be in the
shout
same
out to
place.
my brother I just posted up today. I shared um the podcast of my opinion, my expert opinion podcast with Meth Harvest. Um, he is signed a deal with Revoke, so now their podcast is going to be on Revoke. Y'all gotta check that podcast out. Them boys, they be bringing some celebrities on that joint, talking some real stuff. I know Drink Champs. They do their thing. $1 million for a game. They get deep, but these boys get deep into conversations on things that a lot of people don't want to talk about. And Diddy just gave him a deal, so I'm happy for them brothers 'cause I'm a
You
fan.
shared it on your page, you said?
Yeah, I shared it. I shared it on my page. Yeah, yeah, my expert opinion name of the podcast.
I'm gonna have to check
He's
that.
a battle MC, the host, and everybody on that's in his that his co-hosts is that they always in the industry. They was A&Rs, they was producers, they were rappers, and he was ghostwriters, and he has a pretty nice little team. But he been grinding for a while. Look what happened, man. Like he actually put in his work and last time I talked to him on the inbox, he said he been trying to get Benny the Butcher, Conway and West for a minute now, and I think it's gonna happen now since it's gonna be on Revolt. So, you know what I'm saying? So look out for that. Our Buffalo cat, because he loved the Buffalo sound. The other guy that's on there, Mecca, he just gave a shout out to Pretty Bully on there, like from Buffalo. Like he got these upstate doing his thing, and that's the first thing he said, yo, Pretty Bully. Like she you're like, yeah, Buffalo is definitely he giving us a lot of love on that podcast too. The Buffalo,
Yeah.
we're
It's
we're are the open eye of the culture right now, and all across the board. And everybody need to take advantage of these tools we giving y'all. Talking about these tools all week, and I might talk about it all month because this is the fourth quarter, and I think these tools can help people get ready for the new year for the first quarter, to where you can go ahead and blossom. So by the time that end of that second quarter come, you at your glory to where you can do what you want to do. So I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah. Well, consistency is key. Consistency is definitely key. You have to be out there doing something
Mhm.
in order to know what it is that you need to be doing more of or less of. You have to be
Mhm.
you have to be consistent with it.
Yeah.
It's not for play.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
not for play.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, definitely. So it's like the main tune I like to talk about too a little bit today too, um, that people need to use. Don't be afraid to. I'm gonna give you the don'ts first. I was just talking about this with Joe Turkey yesterday. If you've seen these things on Instagram or even on your Facebook's feeds, and they say the word organic or they say the word uh boost, we do this much for this price. We give you 10,000 followers.
Oh.
This price, don't do it. That's the most number one scam because it's impossible. It's impossible because you don't know the algorithms, and the algorithm definitely knows you, but you don't know the algorithm.
Yeah,
You
those
know,
I get them all the time.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
the time. Now I'll boost the post because it's just advertising.
Oh yeah,
I'll
yeah.
boost a
When you do it
post.
yourself, when somebody want to
Yeah.
pay to do it for you,
Mm-mm.
them is called bots, and them is called, and then the algorithm gonna know they're bots. So then they'll take something from you when you're doing
Mm-hmm.
that, 'cause that's stealing. You know what I mean? That's considered stealing. Um, I understand that the king of the bots back in the day was Soldier Boy. He mastered it, and it happened. He got successful from it. Then he messed it up for everybody. So now we can't do those things anymore. You got to do everything yourself organically. Nobody can pay. Now, when you pay for marketing for me, I'm teaching you how to use the marketing tools you have. I'm gonna teach you step by step how you should use certain things that I know that works. You know what I mean? And you got to be consistent. And then after the teaching part of it, and you know what you need to do, then I'll be part of your team and help market and promote you. That's how it
Yeah.
works. I don't go straight into market promoting the artist. I'll put in the work first. Ask Caleb Bishop. We have conversations when I first was marketing managing her, what she need to do. She changed it that same day. She knew what to do and she did it. Then I invested into the graphics and the content with her and this and that. We built from there. She would tell you, you know what I mean? I used the tools that I knew what to do to get Kayla Bishop to the level where she's at now. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give y'all a free game, what y'all can do. You know what I mean? And I see Prince Killer do this a couple times, but I think he should do it more. When you're doing the show and somebody got you on the flyer, they got their headliner. right? And it's not you, but they got your name at the bottom also performing. You know what I mean? Go to your graphic artist and use that same information on there. Have the headliner still on there, but put your picture right next to his picture, like you a headliner too. You know what I mean? So you can push that brand to your fans and friends, so they can okay, boom. Then they gonna see the advertise like, okay, we need to go ahead and see Prince Killer because he the man. I can see. You know what I mean? You
What's
got to
going
flip
on?
the script. You got to trick the consumer. You got to trick the consumer. You know what I mean? And that's what we did with Kelly Bishop. She was opening up for Uncle Murder during the pandemic. She sent me the flyer. My wife redesigned the whole flyer, put her picture right next to Uncle Murder. You know what I'm saying? And she performed last.
Mm,
But they stayed until she performed.
to see her.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so because of the advertising we put together, you know, when she did that show in Jamaica, she sent me the flyer. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the Jamaican artist, okay, boom. Then I put her right next to it. We designed the whole thing. Boom. That's how you do it. You trick the consumer. They don't got to know all this stuff that we talking about, but that's how you trick the consumer.
They, your supporters are going to support you. You know, you want new supporters. Like I'm always looking for new supporters, and it's the content. Just continue to put out that content.
Mhm.
Continue to put it out, no matter even if you're tired. Like there's days, I have to take a break or I'm not feeling well, but I still make it a point. Like I'll give myself 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm off social media 3 days max before I get back to the grind.
And let me be honest. Some people that do like lives or do like post lives and they use it as a content, you got to understand that sometimes you're not just I'm not saying that people ugly or nothing like that. Your image don't fit certain things that person is doing. So you got to use that and add something to it. Maybe use a
Mm.
character, use an emotional character that they have on IG, whatever. And it's me to say that is that Green, you have the face of TV.
Oh, thank you for that.
That's the gift.
Thank you. I'm
That's
humbled,
the
very
Yeah, you
humbled.
have a face for this. So every time you come on, you don't need that extra character in your stuff because you don't need that. You never use that because you don't need it. You know what I mean? Your swag, energy, and vibration does the work while you're speaking to the camera.
Oh, I
That's a
received that.
gift.
Wow, bro. You got
You know
me
what I mean?
teared up here. I
Everybody don't
received
have
that.
that. Ever seen somebody do something you like they saying the right things, they doing good, but something missing. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
their face ain't made for camera. You got to use something else. You know what I mean? Don't change your face. Don't get plastic surgery, nothing like that. But use a different character. Use a like maybe if you're talking about somebody's album, use that little character that they got in there. Say coming soon, that's swinging. Put that in there to give it that give it that entertainment, get something to look at. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
While they're listening to you, they be like, okay. Then they might have the music playing in the background, have their CD cover on popped up on the thing, whatever. Stuff like that. And people be thinking I'm being mean. You're not made for that. You know what I mean? I'm made for a lot of people say I have a good face for TV. You know what I mean? And how I do things. In the beginning, I did it. So I had to change my way I do things to entertain. Now if you because I'm an entertainer, so I know how to do that. I'm a rapper, I'm an MC. I was a dancer growing up. So I know how to change my image to where you're gonna love what I'm doing. That's why when you hear me do my music, the facial expressions of every word I say give people that enlightenment, like what I'm doing. If I'm just doing a show, I'm doing a post right now that say, "Go check out Fat Green on YouTube," and people are not going to take that serious.
Right. You got to add something to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, what I'm saying. If I do it like that, I'm gonna have to add a character or something, or somebody dancing over here, or somebody pointing to the link. Use those characters that Instagram has.
I was about to ask you that, and you just answered the question. Like some of those characters you use, I thought you were using my Adobe or something. So you get all of those from Instagram?
Instagram. You
Oh,
swipe up.
wow.
You swipe up, and it's a search. You can put in laughter, dancing, somebody coughing, radio, hip hop. All these different characters show up. You
Oh,
put
get out of
Griselda.
here.
You get the NFT of Westside Gun, Conway, and Benny. It's
Oh,
all
wow.
NFT things that they use on there. You know what I mean? So I use those things on certain things to give that content some energy to make you want to look at it. You know what I mean? And I do
Uh-huh.
that for the extras. When I'm doing the talking like this, I really don't need that, but I do that for a little more entertainment to help out. So people don't get tired of seeing me entertaining. They can see something else do it, and then they can look back and forth with the eyes.
I'm gonna use that in my
Yeah,
stories.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's how you do it. So you know what I'm saying, and that's what made me realize that's a form of entertainment. And that was a form of that make people want to listen and watch me. You know what I mean? So when I play the music, you know, I'm entertaining. I'm like I'm performing it. You know what I mean? So then, okay, you know, and that's why people, well, okay, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? And I bring that extra light. But some people just don't know how to do that because they're not entertainers. But a lot of people that I've mentor, they want to be in the game. I said, if you want to be in the game, you have to do stuff like this if you really want to go to the next level. Now, if you want to do it as a hobby, cool. Keep doing you. I'm not mad at a hobby because hobby it helps your mental health. It's a part of the cure of mental health, and I'm definitely showing
Cause
support in that
yeah,
area. Do that.
I agree. You know what, bro? You tapped on to something there. It does help mentally. Like
Yeah.
I picked up writing as a hobby, but it also was helping my mental health. It was helping me get through those emotions that I was feeling because you
Right.
got to place them somewhere.
That's right.
But if you you ask yourself or determine, is this a hobby
Mhm.
or is this something that I really want to live off of one day? And
Right. Right.
depending on how you answer that, I mean, I think you have your answer. And
Yeah.
if you do want to live off of it one day, how much are you willing to sacrifice to get that thing?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
there is a sacrifice that you have to make in this, and you have to ask yourself, okay, what am I going to put into it? What am I going to give back in order to get it?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Like like I don't, I don't go against people do it as a hobby, but don't come asking them big questions on what I'm saying when you want a hobby answer.
Mm.
You know
Oh,
what I mean? Don't
bam! Hit
come
the
with big
bam!
questions. Yeah, don't come with big questions when you trying to get a hobby answer.
As I sip my coffee on that one.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now if you actually want to do this thing and I see the growth and I see what you're trying to do and I feel what you're trying to do and I see how your page is, I can see that you professional as possible. Even though you're independent, you still have that corporate look on your IG page, your Facebook page, your music page, and all that. And I see that, okay, now you're ready for the big questions and the good big answers that could fit what you're doing, and you have to use these tools. You have to
Yeah.
learn how to do things on YouTube. You got to do a lot of Google searching. You got to check out some of these apps that's out here that Jerk Chicken was talking about yesterday. They got apps for things that can help you reach a different audience and help you, reach your lane and what you in. There's so much things you can learn on your Google. And guess what? Once you search those things on Google, you're gonna keep on learning because guess what? Those cookies from the Google going to pop up on your feeds. So you're gonna get new stuff every day that what you just searched for 2 days ago.
Yeah. Like
Click
I
on those
use
things, find out what it is, check it out. Check out the website, watch the videos, ask questions. They have a question stick at the bottom that you can actually talk to somebody.
mm,
And ask questions. Them tools. There's
ask
no excuses if you're
questions.
trying to be where you want to go. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Then you
And
wonder
it's
why, okay, why I ain't do this? Why I'm not up to this level? Why I'm still right here? Why I'm this? Why I'm that? Because you're not using your tools to your highest potential. Because
mm,
you have fear. What you
false
scared about?
evidence appearing real.
Yeah. What you haven't what you haven't You know what I mean? But my fear is face everything and rise.
Ooh, face everything and ride.
That was the name of my mixtape called No Fear. Mixtape that did very well. Sold 6,000 copies. Hard copies, mixtape with Kulu, Plug Like Clothing in Buffalo. Um, I did, and like I said, I'm coming up with a meme about my album, The Haters. Over 10K sold. Um, and tell you how many I sold in Buffalo, and then I'm gonna put on the meme. I'm gonna say, you know, I'm not here to. I don't care if anybody supported me in Buffalo. You know what I mean? And I'm tell you, I'm gonna give y'all how many I sold in Buffalo, how much I sold around the world.
We talked
And
about this last night on
yeah,
716 Live.
you know what I mean? I don't
Unfortunately,
care. I don't care if Buffalo don't support what I got going on. You know what I mean? I got the whole world on my hand. My destiny's in my hands. I control this.
yeah. And it
You
doesn't
know what I mean?
diminish the love that you have for your city. Like
Right,
Buffalo's my city, Lackawanna is my home. I
right.
just overstand that we, again, going back to what DJ Bandana Black said, what agreed to, you don't always see the value in something that's right in front of you until it's gone, or other people see the value. And then
Right.
now you want to see the value, but you've always had it. You've
That's
always
right.
had it right here in your city.
Man, let me tell you something, man. The value is stay out there people's face. Try your best to have somebody else go to the store for you. Try your
Hmm.
best to find an assistant, somebody that really loves you and really behind you. You know what I mean? Me and my wife, we was in Buffalo. We barely we were just where we lived at in North Buffalo, we was around everything. So I had to go around the city and to do this. Everything was right there. You had your Home Depot right there. You had your Tops right there. You had your Aldi's. You had everything was close by. Within a half
Hmm.
a mile. So I didn't have to go too far out of North Buffalo to really, you know what I mean? And the farthest I
Yeah.
ever went to was probably the little bodega right there on Hurdle going into the west side, just to get some wraps or something like that or get a beer or something. But just we didn't have to go far. So that's what I liked about what I was doing, where I wasn't in everybody's face all the time, so people didn't see me all the time unless you was around
Hmm.
that area. If you was around that area, people didn't know where I stayed at too. So that's another thing. Don't send a lot of people to your house. Keep that
Ooh.
house, your temple in your house peaceful just for you.
Ooh, listen, I have to light some sage and stuff. Man, my piece is everything these days. My piece is
Yeah,
my piece is
right,
everything because I wouldn't be able to get up here every day. And
right.
then coming off of here, I have to go and log in to my 9 to 5 because I still got to fund this dream. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be able to do this. So my piece is everything. My piece is so valuable because
yeah,
that's where
right.
I can be most creative.
That's it. That's it.
Hmm.
And that's what it is. But a lot of these artists, I like how Prince Killer move. Um, I like how Shay Nor move. I like how Pretty Bully move. They move like they already there. Caleb Bishop, they move like they already there. So you're not going to see Caleb in Buffalo like that unless you outside. You know what I mean? You're not gonna see her. You're not gonna see her in Tops, you know you know what I mean? And
Hmm.
Wise kept, if you wanna see somebody, go to Walmart at night, 'cause that's where everybody
7-Eleven
shop
at
at
night.
night. Everybody shop at night. You know what I'm saying? Coulda Bishop, Shay Nor, even Conway when they home, when they in Buffalo, they shop at night. You ain't gonna see them until you would, and unless you know they spots where they hang out at. What I'm saying? I know they spots where they hang out at. I'm not gonna let everybody know that, but when I'm in Buffalo, I know where to go. And every time I go to them spots, I always see Conway, Westside Gun, you know, all that because we know with the street that me and my wife stayed on in Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? We was up the street from Westside Gun's baby mama, so I was always see him all the time. You know what I'm saying? And his son and all that. So, you know what I mean? But yeah. So, you gotta be at a certain spots, and you gotta know how to not be out in
Out there.
everybody's function. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's good to support. You can support long distance. They got some at stamps. You can repost it. You can, go check out this artist, this and that and the third. You know what I mean? And you gotta move a little different. That's all.
Hmm.
Some people, "Oh, why you ain't come to the joint, man?" I had things to do. I had to meet. I'm grinding. You know what I'm saying? Going to them things is cool to go to and check out new talent, but what is it really doing for you?
Mm.
Think about it. You know, the whole Haters album. I never did a performance. I never did a performance in Buffalo on the Haters album. Period. Number one, I never was invited. Number two is I never want to put myself in that situation because it was a waste of time, energy, and money. Um, and I've learned that by managing Cool and all the things we had to go through when we was talking about the market and stuff in Buffalo, and we was pushing very hard to get people to come out and support. And then at the end of the day, he even said it was that was a lot of work. That's a lot. That was stressful. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's why when I came with Hayes, I didn't push the issue, and I still don't push the issue with my new music now. You know what I'm saying? And me being in Albuquerque, I get invited to do shows. Oh, I turned down a lot of shows, but
Do
I
you
did a lot
think
of shows
that
out here too.
do you think because there's so much work to it that um some artists just don't want to put in that grind because it comes a time where and this is on my own personal level. I had to hone in on my craft first
Mhm.
and then do the marketing,
Right.
then do being it, so because I wasn't sure of what it was actually, what it was that I was doing. I didn't know
Right.
how to do it. So I had to feel comfortable within my craft first. And then it made me feel more comfortable to market it. Do you think some artists struggle with that because they
Yeah,
don't
the
feel
biggest struggle
confident
that
enough?
the number one struggle that they have with things is, like I said, it's possible they don't know, but I say about at least 90% of it is fear.
Mm-hmm.
They fear that somebody won't like it. They fear that they're gonna get a no. They're gonna fear that somebody gonna talk down on them. They're gonna have fear on people not showing up. Fear of not doing these numbers, that numbers. If you got that, that's why I like what Bandana Black said on your interview yesterday. He said you got to love what you do first.
You do.
You know what I mean? You gotta have that passion first. When you got that, you ain't worried about what nobody think. Wait, because that's how I am. I don't know what I don't care what nobody think about the new album dropping in January. I don't care if y'all feel how they feel. I don't care how your feelings is. I'm because because what you eat don't make me shit. Pause.
Yeah. Like I have a podcast. I have a podcast. I have a passion for speaking with people, conversating, sitting down and having conversations with people. That's part of my passion, that and motivation. So that
Mhm.
is what I want to get better at because that's is part of my passion.
And it's also an outlet.
It
It's also a
really is.
mental
I'm glad you
counsel.
get that.
Yeah, it's a counsel too. When you talk with people, um, you know, get something out of them that will help them, that they've been holding for a while, take the stress off. They feel comfortable. You definitely has that gift, that vibration to where people is comfortable of having a conversation with you. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
That's a form of gift too, because everybody can't do that.
Yeah. You know, uh, there's he's not an artist. I mean, he could have been. He started out rapping and like now he's doing photography in the DMV area. Big shout out to Photo V.
Okay.
We met in a clubhouse room and we were just talking about our stories, and I was saying because I got picked on a lot growing up, called the fat names and all of that because I
Right.
was always a heavy lady, heavy
Right.
girl. And he said to me, he was like, Vet, that's probably why your heart is like that because you understand, overstand, understand what it means, what that feels like on that other side. So
Right.
it helps me be able to relate to people. Like I can look out in a crowd and I can know who's feeling uncomfortable because we're always in our heads. And sometimes we're standoffish because of it. And it's just God. It's
Yeah.
just so I'm humbled by that, bro. I
Yeah.
really am. It's
Yeah, that's
it's
yeah,
just
that's
God.
the God in you, and it's like, and that's a gift. And I appreciate everybody that that's open and appreciate what you bring to the table. I salute them,
Mm.
because some people, you have a way of getting people to open up, and that's important. And that's something. A lot of people go to school for that to be a counselor and be a therapist and all that, but that's actually a gift that you have. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Without even going to college for it because of your
No
walk,
judgment.
what you've been through. You know what I mean? And I'm saying with me, that's why I'm so lovable and open because how I grew up, what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, being in the system, growing up, being told every day that you ain't nothing, never gonna be nothing. You know what I'm saying? All my life. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
now I look at things in a different perspective of other people and give them that chance and because things that I feel I didn't have a chance. I have a chance now, but you know what I mean? And I still go through those things in life every day. I still feel that sometimes, and my wife always speak on me all the time about that. That no, you are the shiznix. Like
I
you
know
going
that's right.
through. You know what
I
I
know
mean?
that's right. You better
Yeah.
tell them.
You know what I mean? And I go through a battle still with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? When something don't go right, something, I'm saying, I ain't shit. You know what I mean?
I
Like, yeah,
fought her this morning, bro.
yeah,
I fought her this morning. I feel I was in the bathroom getting myself together and I felt her coming up. I'm like, and it
yeah,
always happens right after I have a really good show.
yeah,
Cause you know
yeah.
those negative voices, they'll come
Right.
after you.
That's
And it's
right.
like, no, I'm go just and see that's why God sent you to tell me to make me feel humble, to remind
Yeah.
me who I am. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna remind you, the Joker, who you are.
That's right. No, and I still
Platform.
and I tell people that I still battle with that. That's
Yeah, every
I'm a battle
day.
with that for the rest of my life. But it's good to have a support system behind you guys, with the wife, you know what I mean? And everybody that's affiliated with what I got going on. The 514 online team, they
Oh,
always them
Priscilla, they
they
so
always
dope.
show love and they really make me feel special and they good people, man, everything. And I'm saying with them. And it's like, those things, them things is very important in your life and especially what I'm doing because I have a voice and I'm building my voice to a level to where I can actually move a mountain, don't even know it. You know what I mean? So
Ooh,
you know what
that's a
I'm saying?
whole word right there.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
are.
yeah. You know,
You
so
are.
so that's what we do. We just stay here and stay humble with it and keep doing what we're doing and keep learning and being a student. And also my mentors, they always showing crazy love. I love them. I love all 10 of them. They off the chain. I don't talk to them every day, but a lot of emails, a lot of texts, a lot of inboxes. Even in the comments, they may throw something in the comments. My man Mr. Will. I don't talk to him every day, but he always throw a little gem here and there in the inbox to keep me inspired, keep me motivated. Yeah, we need people like that in our life. And I do the same for them
Absolutely.
also. So it's like,
Absolutely.
yeah, no doubt.
I
This
got
this
some super
definitely
mentors that have definitely helped me in on this path to get me to this place and on this day in this season of my life.
yeah,
This moment.
no doubt. Yeah, we had a good show today on 514onlinemix.com. We here on the podcast side. You know what I'm saying? I got so many new things that I'm on my editing bag. I definitely want to do one for you. I definitely got to get you to send me some good pictures in the email or something. Some good pictures
Absolutely.
and video. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Caleb Bishop and that right there, the anniversary uh of the Punisher is doing numbers. You know what I mean?
I
And
was
shout
listening
out
to
to my
it
little
last
memes that
night.
I got going on and
To choose up in the Perry. Re-up work real quick on each ferry. The block was my girl indeed to get married. So scary. One man dude to grind alone. South Park getting dark in front of car bones. No cell phone. Backseat sweet to getting mad.
yeah, just man, that's the new single dropping, new album. You know what I'm saying? And and shout out everybody I'm telling my story in my memes, man, and everybody was loving my story and loving it and I had over 50 to 60 shares on this, man. I
Sweet
appreciate
well, smoking the air with no give back. Mad working Avery Park in my backpack. Po driving through, now that's a fearsome. Pager go off, get off to have a threesome. The booty like a fruit basket to bust a cherry. New fight, chicks to choose up in the Perry. Re-up work real quick on each ferry.
that's
He
the
was putting some people on blast in there.
yeah, yeah. That's part of my story, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's important that people to know my story if you're a fan and love the music. And yeah, that's definitely uh one of my main things that what I've been through and then I'm continue to bring the little video memes like that to let people know that you're not the only one. So, to help people help that next person that's going through the same thing, that been through the same thing. Um, I had a good people around me going through that. So that's why a lot of people didn't know. Like to this day, a lot of people in Lackawanna didn't know. Like even now, since I did the music and did the Doc Marty video, uh, Pookie had an idea, Big Joe had an idea, but they still didn't know. And and then especially Melvin, Melvin knew because I think I stepped at his house and and his sisters and stuff like that, and his brother, you know what I mean? But a lot of other people in Lackawanna, like, I didn't know, man, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, when I had that backpack, the brother was on the street. I ain't had no place to lay my head, man. I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? And I was
Wow.
outside fully. But they say you didn't dress like a bum. That's why on that song right there, I said have 5 outfits, but I still stay fly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did you
so
I know we're about to shut down. We only have like a minute, but
yeah.
when you do bodies of work like that, like just listening to that piece that you just played, it sounds like did it feel like there was a weight lifted off of you because you got it out?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, because it stick with me, and like when I see other people's lives and they talk to me about what they going through, you know what I mean, and people judge people in that area, and then I look at them like, come on, you can't judge them because you a ooze and ooze away from being on the street too.
Mm,
You know what I mean? You a hot pocket away, but being in the streets.
not a hot pocket.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, like you
I
can't
feel
judge
you.
somebody because they going through because you doing okay. You didn't help them then.
Right. The struggle is real out here.
Yeah,
The
you
struggle
know what I
is so
mean?
real.
And I kept that to myself. I never was a pity party type of dude. I wasn't the one that, I stayed in my lane with it. If I couldn't lay my head in your couch, cool. I was good with it. I'll holler at you tomorrow. And I'm like, still that smile on my face. And that's one thing that Jermaine, me and him talked a while back. He live in New York now, from Lackawanna. Jermaine Armstead. He was like, man, no matter what you was going through, man, you always had a smile on your face, bro. He said, even when me and him have our little beef, he said, "You still had a smile on your face, man." And I felt guilty. And I'm like, "Yeah,
Mm,
that was me." That's why I had to name the Joker from the Rest in Peace. Dirty Nate gave me that name, the Joker. He said, "I'm
mm,
always smiling, no matter what my situation was. I was always smiling," and that's why he gave me the
wow.
name Joker. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm,
So
mm.
that was me. I hide behind that smile, but I was
Hiding behind that
inside,
smile.
pain inside,
Mm,
deep down. Yeah. And I didn't show it.
mm.
I didn't want everybody to feel how I feel because I didn't. It wasn't fair. I want you to feel like how I feel. I want you to keep glowing how you glowing and shining how you shine. I want you to have that good spirit. You know what I mean. That's why I love to be around the OGs too. I was always like one around the OGs. You know what I'm saying? Grandma McCutcheon and you know what I mean around the OGs. Uncle Sonny, rest
Wise.
in peace. I was around. I was around the OGs a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was around older
Hmm.
people all the time. Sandy. You know what I'm saying? And Jackie, and the OGs, the older folks. I stayed around older. I ain't been around till you my age that much. I was
Yeah.
around old folks all the time to get some gems. I was there for get some wisdom and get some help because they've been through
That
some things.
experience.
Yeah, yeah,
Because they've gone through some things. Gone
yeah,
through some things.
yeah,
I'm
definitely.
humbled
So
today, bro. I'm humbled.
yeah,
Like you just
yeah,
painted a whole nother picture of who
yeah,
the Joker is.
yeah. I'm continue to give them a little piece of my life while I'm marketing and promoting this album because this album is more just an album, man. I'm saying something. I want to help somebody. You know what I mean? I want people to know my story, and maybe I can help somebody else or what they're going through. This is a counsel. This is more than just music.
Mm.
This is definitely something that um that's good for us. That's mental health for me too. You know what I'm saying? Finally get my story out there and I did it with the Haters album. Now I'm doing it with the Wu Injection, and I thank DJ Flipside, to put his little touches on it. He's still working on it, and once I see the finished product with the cuts and the drops and you know what I mean, it's gonna like you listening to a Gangsta Grills mixtape or something, but it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So that song right there is called Tours too. Those who have the No Fear mixtape, I have Taurus One on there because I'm a Taurus, and I talk about what Taurus go through. I let you. If y'all want to know about Taurus, listen to my music. I'll be honest about my sign now. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'll be
That
honest,
Taurus
and everybody that's a
Taurus
Taurus
is
gonna agree with me.
Taurus is I'm a Capricorn and Taurus is one of my people. Taurus,
Yeah,
Cancers, You
Yeah,
guys are my people.
yeah, yeah. I'm a Taurus, and
Yeah.
and then my people is Leos, Aquarius, Sagittarius,
Mm.
and it said Virgo, but I don't see that. I don't get
Mm.
along with Virgos too much. I don't know what. See, that's a lie.
Ooh,
Uh,
the Virgos, those are the ones they have to be balanced, right? Is
yeah,
that
man. My sister a
Virgo?
Virgo. We bump heads a lot, but it's my sister, so we get along, but we agree and disagree. I know how to agree and disagree with her. 'Cause she's
Yeah.
and then I can see that why. And I was like, no, how I don't see, you know, that's fam, so that's different. I know how to sweep some things under the rug, and then she do the same with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about that Virgo thing. I think that's a
That's a
typo.
myth.
Something like
Maybe the Virgos the ones that's gonna cause you the most pain, but also bring you your greatest purpose.
that too. That too. And her son is a Virgo. We get along. We don't talk as much, but we get along. And I believe her husband wasn't a Virgo. He was, he's close to it though. But we get along very well. So, but a lot of Virgos outside of the relationship with my sister, I mean, I never get along.
Yeah.
Virgos and Pisces, I get along.
Yeah, Geminis tend to, and I have two Geminis. My oldest daughter and son are both Geminis. The rest of my both sets of my twins, they're all Sagittarius. So
Yeah. Yeah, I get along with Sagittarius. I get along with Geminis. I mean, Geminis get along very well. That's right next door to me. So that's kind of weird. It ain't too many
I think
signs of
I
each other.
overstand them.
Yeah, they definitely. I definitely know about how they get down and being around Gems. Yeah, he definitely have characters. He have different personalities. That's why he's so funny.
Right, don't they?
He's a
They
fool.
they are definitely characters. They are the twins. They have two faces for real.
Yeah,
Swing
he's something
either
else.
way.
His memes he put up, man. I'd be like, I ain't mess with you today, dog. I'ma block you.
You could you
I'ma
could
block you.
you could go to, and I call him Danelle. You could go to
Yeah,
Danelle Jim's page and definitely get a laugh. He's always
yeah.
posting some
He
crazy stuff. Some of that I don't even see who it is that posted it, and I can be scrolling through, and then you see something that's like that gotta be Danelle, that gotta be Jim's, and sure enough,
yeah,
he done posted
that's him
something
all
crazy.
day. That's my bro is very talented, unbelievable talent.
He sure is.
Like, he need to push that forward, but that's an outlet for him, and I respect the outlet, the mental health and everything. But I was pulled teeth to get him on that track with
It was
me.
fire too.
Yeah,
I've always liked his. He stood out here in Lackawanna from the other people that he
yeah,
was on tracks with. He always stood out. I
yeah,
remember the first one he gave me, and it may have been a CD. I was like, damn, like this is you,
yeah,
like you
yeah,
for real fire, you
yeah,
for
yeah.
real
He was going
fire.
on
I remember.
Jermaine's album. He was the first one like I wanted to come out with a CD and
Mm,
be on the cassette tapes and stuff like that. And he was on that album. He stood out on that album.
yeah.
Him and Pookie, man. Pookie, you know, them the people that inspired me in the music, man. Like,
Mm.
Pookie. Now, Big Joe too. Especially when he came home. That's when he really was in his bag and speaking his truth. But his brother,
Pookie.
unbelievable.
I wish I would have listened or heard, paid attention. I wish
Yeah,
I can hear something from Pookie back. He's always been a sweetheart. Like
he,
I remember
yeah,
when
he the Red Man of Lackawanna.
oh wow,
If you
that's
listen to
what's up.
Red Man, that's Pookie.
He's a stand-up guy.
Yeah,
He's a stand-up guy.
yeah,
He's truly Marilyn. He's a stand-up guy. I remember when my daughter, his niece, her
yeah.
first Christmas, him and Jennifer, they didn't have kids at the time,
Right.
and they got her so much stuff. Much respect because Big Joe was in jail,
You're right.
but they between Marilyn and Jackie and Miss Hall and all of them, they
Yeah.
came through for her
Yeah, man,
first Christmas when he
that's
was
my second
gone.
family, man. That's my second family. My
Yeah,
third family is the Golden family, but that family open arms every time I came over. And then I'm pretty
definitely.
sure that the Mrs. Hall knew that I was homeless. It's just why she used to let me come in and take a shower, sleep. She never really had no problems. We used to go out partying and I came in drunk one day. She's like, "Man, you been going in late now?" Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Go there
that's
lay
how she
down.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Real
she's a
real rest in
sweetheart.
peace to her, man.
I was
Uh,
just on the phone with Marilyn the other day. We talked. like a couple times a month we talk.
Yeah.
You know.
You told her about me on your show. She
Oh
probably was
yeah, oh
excited
yeah,
about that.
oh yeah. She might be coming by here this weekend because Pookie live right down the street.
Yeah.
He live right
Electric,
down the
right?
street. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
In the
He
same
live
house.
right down the street from me.
He been there for years, man. He been there
Yeah,
for at
he
least
has since
15 years.
Vajna was a baby. She
Yeah.
was little. I think they moved there. She might have been like 1 or 2.
That's right. That's right. They just live on Ingham, and then they moved on Electric and been there ever since. That
Oh
same
dang, that
apartment
just hit me.
right
They've been
there.
together about 30 years because she gonna be 30 in June.
Yeah. They've been together
Wow.
since
About
high
30.
school. Since he left high
Yeah.
school, they was dating off and on. Then they finally moved in together. I think they moved in together like I think in 95, 94
Yep.
and 95. Yeah.
Yep. She was about 2.
Yeah.
Because she
Yep.
was born 93. Now they got a grandbaby.
Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah. Because JJ, not JJ, but Joshua Bree and them was almost the same age.
Mm.
Yeah. Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I got to hop
Yeah.
off. I got to go fund my future.
Yeah. I gotta go ahead and
And
do some things myself and take
go
this
take care
medication
of
and lay it
mom.
down. I hate this medication. Pray for me.
Yeah, I know, bro. Man, I already know.
Yeah.
I already know it. It ain't stunting nothing here. You
Yeah.
still getting on here every single morning.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take
That's
this and go
what's
ahead and lay it down and get up and grind again. Well, you have a blessed day on purpose.
You too.
No doubt,
Tomorrow's
right
show.
here live on 514 Online
Time
Mix.
for an old school jam.
Representing that old school.
You want to go back? Let's go back in style. An old school classic. Spun by The Pop-Up Show with the Joker.